gentlemen. I think I have made it correct. This is good afternoon, not good morning anymore. Thank you. Yeah. I have come here with a bag of appreciation and also some sort of advice, if I may. In my job, I'm supposed to have a macroscopic look at the software market. What I have found that over the last few years, the software market is growing in worldwide about 6 to 7%, and particularly in USA, it is about 9%. And you have noticed that the software market is very volatile. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. I have seen the story that a lot of Indians came here with H-1 visa about 4 or 5 years ago. Then after 3 years, they had to pack it back, and they packed it down and they went back. But one significant segment of this software industry, that is database, that is consistently growing, and there is no shortage of job in this area. So I must say that Zakir Hussain has picked up the right component of the software field to provide the job for you. Let's give a hand for him. I saw some of these brochures or the leaflets. I got a feeling that this is a kind of one-stop service. You come here, you get the training, and then you get also a job at a very phenomenal cost and phenomenal time. Because, as I told you, that I have a very broad knowledge at a very high level. If you want to get the same training in a formal school, you have to spend at least a year. Not only that, you have to spend 4 or 5 times more money than what you are giving here. Also, so in that sense, Zakir Hussain is providing a phenomenal service to the community by providing this training at a minimum time, at a minimum cost. So let's give another hand for him for that. I would suggest, I will not take much of your time because, this is already, probably we are running late. I would ask him to include some other components to this training or some other things. For example, I know that, distant learning is embedded in your training, isn't it? Distant learning. I would suggest that you I'll suggest that you increase this distant learning component in your training, and also I would suggest that you should, if you can, you should increase or you should extend these training facilities to abroad, to outside this country too. You train. You give the training to other people, and then you can market those students in this country. That will be much more economical. Let me say a few words about Zakir Hussain. I met him about 4 or 5 years ago as one of the community members. When I met him, he and Shamim Chaudhary standing behind. Shamim Haidar, yes, Shamim Haidar, I'm sorry. At that time, I didn't know that Zakir Hussain had so much talent. Why I'm saying this? He used to hang around with me all the time, most of the time. But when I saw after 3 years that, by that time he has written 4 books and he has developed a full course of training, I don't know, when did he get that time? He was with me, so when I go to bed, I thought he went to bed too. You know? But now I see that probably he didn't sleep for the last 3 years or something.
It's true.
So otherwise, within this such a short time, he couldn't have maintained both, you know, keeping relationship. I mean, he's a good community activist and he's a good community worker. And as a community leader or community worker, I can certify that. So let's give a hand to him. Again, you know, I congratulate Zakir Hussain and all his students, and I hope they will continue to prosper in the coming years more and more. Thank you, Zakir Hussain, for inviting me.
Giving the proxy for my son's the affairs in the embassy. So please accept all the appreciation to Mr. Zakir and his, his team for all the good work you are doing. You know, before coming to this event, I didn't have any idea about the data group. Sorry to say that, you know, sorry to confess that. But once I heard the very name of the group, it seemed interesting to me, at least, because the data, you know, the data characterizes the development of human being and society. Because quantification of any situation, I think, we call it data. And that quantification is important to assess the situation over time. As the economy developed and society prospered, you know, the service sector becomes more and more important. And then extraction of data, preservation of data, you know, mining of data, all data-related services become more and more important. And with that, companies like Data Group also becomes more and more important. So thank you. You are with the, you know, part of the technology. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know, and we also feel every day that technology is the new frontier nowadays, because technology is changing the world every minute, every day. This physical world is gradually turning into the virtual world. The PC, personal computer, is very soon going to be outdated, and we are entering, with the human being, entering into the post-PC world. Social networking, cloud computing, 4G, smartphones, iPad, tablet, all these sort of buzzwords, you know, we know every day. This is the reality of life. With technology, I believe they comes with the new opportunity, because it is the companies like Data Group who creates products and services, and which enables laypersons like us, you, and also other businesses to use that, you know, products and services. These products and services help individuals. It empowers individuals to create skills, to get job, and also to retain in the job. It helps small business to manage their activities with better efficiency and at lower cost. And in the process, it helps the business, small business, to stay competitive in this fiercely competitive environment, business environment. Look at how effectively India is capitalizing on this new technology. India is earning billions of dollars worth of, you know, through outsourcing and IT business, you know, with other countries in the outside world. Sometimes we wonder, if India can, why not Bangladesh?
Exactly.
After all, we are not much different from the Indians, from anthropological, you know, origin, ethnical characteristics, physical characteristics, geographical conditions, and so on. Look at the young, you know, educated generation of Bangladeshis. They are very young, talented, many of them having IT skills, and communicative skills in English language. But what we need little nurturing and facilitations to convert this Bangladeshi youth into a greater force of change. I think compared to India, we have one basic differences. That is also huge, that is also making the difference between India and Bangladesh. I believe the huge professional Indian diaspora living in the West, and especially in the USA, they are working as a catalyst for the development in India. We have to acknowledge the fact that, not many Bangladeshi origin professionals have laddered into the top level positions in the US and other Western countries. But fortunately, I think gradually, very gradually, things are changing. Data Group is a perfect example of that change. So another applause for Data Group. I think Data Group is playing a very vital role in the development of the local community through their services, consulting, training, job creation, helping in getting jobs. And the most beneficiary group of these activities from Data Group is the immigrant, not only Bangladeshi immigrant group, but other immigrant groups. They are the most beneficiary out of their activities. So they really deserve appreciation. Finally, I have one request to the executives of the Data Group. Please try to establish some link or bridge between your company and Bangladesh. Please try to train some of the Bangladeshi young generation, new educated class there, and engage them in outsourcing activities from Bangladesh. And I think that it will make a great change in the near medium to long term. So finally, I like to thank Data Group and also the graduates who have got training and landed into jobs, and you fulfill your American dream. Thank you so much.